What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hasan Piker. This is the Hasan broadcast coming to you live from sunny California, Los Angeles, folks. We're live and alive. It's 71 degrees and sunny here in Los Angeles, California on stolen Tongva territory. We are live. We are alive. It is 11:04 a.m. on this beautiful morning of Thursday, June 4th, 2026. I hope everyone's having a fantastic one because today's a beautiful day. Today's a wonderful day. Even The Economist was defending you and Jake against the UK visa revocation. Yeah, we got the Times article as well. By the way, I don't think you guys understand. This is a very conservative newspaper. The Times is a very conservative newspaper. So the fact that the Times actually had me on their front page and a photo of me with the Queen with X's on her eyes is wild. This is the type of shit that these guys actually do care about. I do believe that this visa revocation actually backfired because there's a limit to like what these guys find to be appropriate as far as limiting speech. If you do that to like Kanye West, who's like a fairly indefensible figure because of, you know, his admiration, his expression of admiration for Adolf Hitler, obviously, like not a lot of people are going to criticize or complain. But when you do this to, you know, a political commentator who has actively fought back against anti-Semitism, against like right-wing forces in general, I think people look at that and go, all right, this is a bridge too far. This is fucked up. Because it's super basic. This is one of the easiest bars to clear, and yet, of course, a lot of the right-wing charlatans have not been able to clear this unbelievably simple bar, which is, if I'm getting barred entry into the UK, then, I mean, what are we doing? Everyone is. Javier Bardem reposted Hasan's speech on his Instagram story. Oh my God. We're going places. Yeah, I think the Oxford clip of you calling out anti-Semitism really broke through. You got more publicity than if you were just in the country. Zach Polanski reposts as well. Yeah, because it is stupid. It's stupid. To do this to someone like myself is unbelievably stupid. I'm not an anti-Semite. I fight back against anti-Semitism all the fucking time. So obviously, when you turn around and you're like, hey, this guy was actually in the country like not that long ago, and he was supposed to go to the Oxford Union. He was at the Oxford Union not that long ago, a year ago, and he was straight up fucking talking about the dangers of like rising anti-Semitism. All of a sudden, it destroys the counter narrative. It destroys the argument that like I'm this dangerous anti-Semite, because that's what they've been running with, right? Why do you care about the Oxford Union? It's literally just a temple to bourgeois free speech idolization. Free speech is still an important value that I care about. I'm not going to just cast that aside by saying it's just mere bourgeois idolization. It's fucking idiotic, especially because not only is it a value that I care about, not only is it a right that I would defend, but it's also one that we need to have, okay, that we need to maintain. You need to stop being fucking weird. You need to always exhaust all readily available options, okay? And free speech and free speech protections is one of those very important principles that liberal society is supposed to defend. Yes, I saw Javier Bardem shared it. I can't believe I would see the day. I guess it's good that I got banned from the UK. It was worth it at the end. Anyway, he noticed me. I DM'd him again. I had DM'd him prior. He noticed me, but did not see my DM. Weren't you at a party with him? Yes, I was at the Vanity Fair's Oscar after party, and I was too shy to talk to him there because I love him. A titan. We got to get him on the pod now. Arwa Mahdawi wrote, why is Hasan Piker not conducive to the public good? Because on Gaza, we punish the witness, not the crime. It's ironic because, again, this is a photo from The Guardian when they wrote a profile on me in The Guardian. So, like, all of this other stuff that they've written about me is now coming back to haunt the British government. This is why I do all of the media whenever they ask me to do it. This is why I call it terrorism insurance, right? Ironically enough, I know that eventually, if you're using your speech in a way that is disruptive to the established hierarchies that want to maintain the structural violence, want to maintain the structural violence of poverty, want to make sure that the system continues as usual, no matter who is suffering in the crosshairs, eventually they're going to come for you. Eventually, they're going to come for all of us. So all of this anti-Semitism insurance, terrorism insurance from ahead of time is now coming back to haunt the British government and maybe the American government as well if they try to move in a similar direction. But it's good. It's important to hold firm in moments like this. Bro, every day is getting crazier. I just saw this on the Atlanta train. Arch-communist Hasan Piker, new leader in the Democrat Party, calls to overthrow America. Communism was created to destroy the two-parent family, and capitalism, engine of production, to destroy the human race. The Democrat Party was the Confederacy during the Civil War. Today, the Democrat hierarchy is communist. They plan to turn America over to the Chinese Communist Party if they get back in the White House. This is one of the unfortunate side effects of drawing the ire of the Republican media machine. It's that there are a lot of insane people, like objectively insane people, that now think I'm responsible. I'm the puppet master behind, everything that's going on. This is also the type of people that, the New York Post wants. New York Post wants these types of people to come to my house, basically. I'm from Israel and my friends think you're a literal terrorist. I mean, yeah, they're Israeli. Terrorist. Are you not afraid? Be real. No, of course not. I mean, it sucks. It's annoying, but obviously I'm not fucking afraid, dude. What do you mean? This is my life. This is what I signed on to do. Okay. I know that it's not going to be easy. When you're fighting for something worth fighting for, of course, they're going to make it as difficult as possible for you. You can't give up. You can't give in. It's that simple. I will not let them fucking win. And I hope that the way that I keep pushing through offers more moral clarity and more courage to others as well. You have to be stubborn about these issues. There have been many instances where I've thought about quitting, right? Over the last couple of years. Why the fuck would I do it now when the collective consciousness has shifted on this key issue? New York Post is smearing you as well. They're calling you porn addicted and homophobic. Lamau, yeah, I know. It's really funny because the New York Post reporter that wrote that article is literally openly anti-LGBTQ. It's funny. Dude. Look at this guy. The guy, I retweeted someone who looked at his background. New York Post was like, Hasan Piker engages in homophobic rant. This is the homophobic rant. It's just fucking rich liberals who just want homo-fascism in the country. That's it. They want gay fascism. They want gay techno-fascism, he insisted, without explaining what those terms meant, which I did. I did explain what those terms meant. I was talking specifically about the California liberals and the extent of their liberalism. The guy who wrote the article, his name is Titus Wu, California privacy and tech policy correspondent for Bloomberg Government, Bloomberg Law, focused on state legislature. Titus Wu, LGBTQ groups are demanding California lawmakers cough up $26 million in funds for access to gender-affirming care despite a multi-billion-dollar state budget deficit. Titus Wu also reposted, if a male actor shared his private sex life with an actress, women would cancel him in a day, but women could gossip about man's private life without his consent and nobody cares. Yeah, he's also doing that to me, my private life, ironically enough. He just did the thing he hated, I guess. Yeah. It's the New York Post. You don't even need to look at the author. It's true. In this case, it's funny, though. It's funny that the author himself has complained about exactly what the New York Post is doing to me. What is this? The gays are plotting? It seems the latest right-wing smear against Hasan Piker is that he's a heterosexual man. I look forward to confronting him about it together next week. Me too. It's been something that I've been meaning to address with him for quite some time. Yeah. That's a guest reveal, by the way. Matt Bernstein. There's no such thing as techno-fascism? Wait, what? What are you talking about? Yes, there is. Peter Thiel? Palantir? Palmer Luckey? Hello? What the fuck do you think Silicon Valley is? Mussolini. They're not fascists. They're libertarians and liberals. Buddy, at a certain point, you got to come to terms that they are moving on with their evolution. Fascism is an idealist statism promoting the ethical unity of the nation, harmonizing classes through cooperation. Oh my God. Wait, this guy is unironically a Mussolini fan? What the? Why wouldn't I be? No, chatters, you don't understand. He's literally defending the honor of fascism and getting mad at me that I'm like saying Peter Thiel's a fascist. Mussolini was a revisionist. Wait, there are people who do this? There are people who actually get mad that Mussolini wasn't a real fascist? The inventor of the fascist movement? Who is your idol then? Like who is the pure fascist that you that's your North Star? What would be the purest expression of fascism that's ever been implemented in your mind? Giovanni Gentile? Oh my God. This is awesome. I didn't realize that there was literally ultras for fascism. That's fucking sick, dude. That's kind of cool. I mean, it's insane. This guy is so out there that like he's not even like a sincere threat. Fascinating. A threat to who? A threat to those who are always going to inevitably be in the crosshairs of a fascist movement. We are socialists. National boundaries or nationalism is a thing we oppose. National boundaries are irrelevant. Sectarianism on the basis of nationhood, ethnicity, race, or religion is utterly immaterial and pure idealism. You know what actual idealism is? Well, I do, but I think you're going to claim that no ideology is violent, no matter how violent it might be, both in theory and also in practice. At a certain point, you got to be a little practical and point to real life examples, right? And I know you can turn around and say, well, as a communist, don't you think that this is like a little silly for you to say? People always present communism as a dangerous ideology. But in theory, there is no danger. Whereas any sort of national purity or ethnic purity, because it's purity politics at the end of the day, requires cleansing. And there's no way to engage in the act of cleansing of that sort without violence directed at groups that haven't done anything.